Kublai pi baro ni bidang subahai pi syaga tup kubor jong ngor cable news. Haswa bangin sedang dia ki kubor ki jongi mita kata yo ini kmi syai ki mat bakongsan. Rai ke sarkar bantung dia ke komiti halor ke roster bat on pensang syai ki jong tungkam. Penbenau ba adan ban syak ngan klembu por na du ka apply tru jemang. Pau ke sarkar ke state policy on construction and demolition. Yaranti kinong nya taksi bandawakem ye ki basyo yo para dekot jampi. Syakem UDTO ke East Garuhil segi pelit Assam halor ki jing keno snakot kali tok. Let jurep usembut Menteri Rangba ia ke Shillong District Jail swaban penken riak no sya NST. Bat ke kenuan ki samla ba Shampang halaki jom ki kam kijam. Ka Sarkar Meghalaya Democratic Alliance hapo ka jingelam jo Menteri Rangba o Conrad ke sangma kalalumi ke jingelang bat baro ki seng san perthai ki bedon ha ka jela Meghalaya ha ka bai dei ba ka roster system jong ka reservation policy bat kani ke jingelang kala shim ye karai ban thau ye ka committee ban khmi bnia halor kani kamat bat ban pensang ye shwa ye ka jing thong kam thong jam hadu bandara dep shim ye karai ba khadu. Hakani ke jingelang lawan bani Tarik kinong elam juga sengsan perthai berper ki bekentop ikaseng NPP, BJP, Congress, AITC, UDP, HSPDP, VPP khnam ba kiwi. Kani ke jingelang kablane bun kenta nakaliang Menteri Rangba ula pensyabat pensautu ikini kinong elam halo ke jing pen kre ka sarkar ya ke jing tumbu ban pentrai kami ka roster system jong ka reservation policy. Kinong elam jong ka VPP ba ka khnam kila mi jendat no nakani ke jingelang bat kila penpau Bakani ke jingelang kamlong ke badan jingmun. Namar ba lay kerentang halor ke roster system. Bat simla tre pat ban keta ni ban yatai hakabede ba ke reservation policy. Kat ba kiwi pat kisengsan perthai kila penpau ke jing sultanat. Ba ke sarkar kala ai ke jingkular ban thau ye ke komiti. Ke ban kmi bnia ha ke ban nedei bat ke roster system. Bat ban pensangi aswai ke jing tungkam tungjam. Ka VPP ba ka khnam. Kila penpau ba ke sarkar ka dei bani kren bat yatai halor ke reservation policy bat kapor kala dei ban pen kelano ikani ke policy terikam ke bala palat sampos nem da ke ba pensyong nong rim kat kum ke jing bun pat kaseng EITC kala penpau ke jing sohun halor ke jing pen kre ya ke roster system hanreikin up ba ke sarkar kan sim ya kara ke ba khadu hadien ba kala dep bani selok bat baro ke bidan benta kat bah ka bedei bat ka jingda waban penbet thmai ya ka reservation policy unong yalam ka TMC simla tre ban keren AA nakaliang unong yalam joko Congress uba Ronnie Vilingdo ulapan pa ka jing sultanan halo ka rukom pen kre ka roster system khamtam haba ka sarkar kala ai ka jingkular ba kanom dei ka basa silyang ya kanu kanu ka benri ha ka bedei ba ka jingda waban penbet thmai no ya ka reservation policy ka jela uba Ronnie ulaong bahap banlong ki bahusiar namar ba ladadon ki balik ujor saka yang kasari kala pat ban bu ha ka jingma namar ka dei tang ha ka jela Meghalaya ka jing bah kam ka kwat adu prapusan na ka sispa
namar gi namla ban kren ya roster la dam kren reservation no how can we speak about the roster system if reservation is not being discussed so that is what we've been insisting upon the government and so unless the government talks about the reservation, I think there's no point talking about the roster system. Because, it's like putting the cart before the horse. So unless you talk about the reservation policy, the roster system, discussing and spending time in the roster system, for us as a party, we feel it's just a waste of time.
That can be implemented. Yes. That can be implemented easily by the different department. They don't need to call us meeting. It is not so complicated. It's not rocket science to understand the roster system. So first, we come to this meeting simply because we have been invited to come. They put in the subject of the letter as reservation roster. So we thought that the twin issues will be discussed. But when in the meeting, we asked whether, why the OM of 2022 does not speak about the population structure, which the 1972 resolution clearly stated that the principle of reservation is the population also. Exactly. But here, the OM of 2022 speaks nothing about the population structure. And therefore, we feel that it is pointless to have a discussion on the roster system, which is, I would say, a very simple matter which can be understood by anyone without coming to this meeting also. Bom hun ni namar ba kamlong hi kum ka subject jongki ki khot reservation roster banekran and they kimkran yek reservation ki kran bitang roster. Hi kalong ba they base the roster on the, I would say that the unjust reservation policy. So ultimately that roster system is unjust roster. Why? Because it is based on the unjust policy, and therefore unless and until you correct the policy based on the population structure, it is pointless to talk about the roster system. Sanpho. The latest ruling janga Supreme Court na Sanpho ka kiu shakan ropho. Then this is manong ipi ka way ka reservation hangni ha pi pay reservation ha ki centrally funded ha ki central institutes. Ya ki shell tribes ka ya bit 7.5% throughout India. Ha ki scheduled areas ki ya katkum ka reservation jang katu ka university number ki sung thu ka scheduled tribe areas. The kira kan sung thu bagan ni ka scheduled tribe areas kam dei bagan ni ka 80% kan pat poisha court kala poisha court kan of Hussein tang ba ka court kam lei this is subject of the government hadu mentang kampat lei ka court bangin ong mangi bakan le who are we to say.
So what will be the next step?
Piga long ba pinpay na do 1971. 1971 hang tu giyong ba ka resolution ka baklang tu kong bang in basic population. But ka way long ba ki ko ka reservation kam dei ka combined ST. Tingamla ruban shim ya combined ST population. Ni hap shim hi ya ke individual ST population. Ka individual ST population how 1971 ki khasi kilong sub-1%. Ki karo la shur around up to 32%. Leki dunai ka 32%. They how in 2011 ka population jing khasi ki 47%, ka population jing garo ki 32%. Tinang ta plaban su thu ka population structure come reflect haka reservation policy ka ba ka 1972 resolution ko ong ba it is based on the population.
Nakalang ga jong ni nila so thu kan ding meeting ka bampai legislation uru ngila persang ban shock ban snap ban ai ki jing mut ki jong ki baba henry ngi so thu batang ini meeting te kan num poi sanu sanu ka ban kong ngi yang binong rem ban pentrekam ya kan ka rosta syakhamat kini ki data ki baki collect kimde ban collect na do ka knas mat ni puar namar lada ki le komta ki data ki bakin collect kinlong ba sumudur kimde ki ba biang tikna ka pamun lada le komta kini ki data baro kinlong ki ba bakala badda kalenti ka ba bakala ngin pen kre ka roster register bad kani ka roster register pada ngin pentrekam ka roster system bad kalenti syakhamat kan bakala non nata kada nakaleng jongi namar ka high court rukal ai ka bori ka legislative bahkan bahkan wanra maka bahkan wanra ta cut off ya na do menno pin pentrai kami kalau sudah teka government ka dei ad lebati ban sim yang kata karai henry ban ong bangin pentrai kam na do kisnam ki beradab kalau ngapa khamtam pin I menta ki babon ki khon samla ka jung in the advertisement ki babon bai ki le ki jai ben reo nang te rilom garo tekawan ba ka jisusi kawan bai ka jisusi nomor kisau do nang nomor ku mangila kran do menungkong kabala adab menchwa gadau khasiu bon ka department of welfare ka daw ka di bu garu umla te umla lai bon bam ka tu 1% umla bam re ta ka laps no ta ka policy ka ong ba hawa laps jadi man ai no ski bai pada te nakaleng ko jong hingi la batai ru ba nakaleng government ba le sika resolution policy happy bane kan pi pindale chakatan rai ya kini ka jingkali bon ong balai 100% yu garo bat balai 100% yu khasi jentia habau ka jing bon pa ibon khasi jentia ka jing ya kini jingkali akli nungkong dau captain william sangma su yang nungkong jongka jala ka jongi bat ya kini ka jingkali ujubab dalade daga bo ong ba ngi habai 100% yu garo watla bon pa yu khasi namar bala ringi pen u garo dang tuna apalan hagi trikam sarkar ba pher Pi nak tak tahu yo ya sao pau lada kani ka roster ka terika menta kala tikna ba kini ayo nak kumjuk kai mdon cuk batam te lada menta kala ayo kumjuk su mdon cuk batam te kata saupo ru abi pekelano nomor ka base ka tanrai balai ngiyok kumjuk wala ngi hepat ka dau ba nakaleng sarkar atau ka por ong ba kiduna palat tementa kiduna su tepen kelan o saupo na kata ka dau ngi stage ka point ya ka resolution policy san posinem ka sarkar kam di penting discuss kam di penting banyak kran banyak khot banyak pelujungun kanang ka batam kanwan ka jing kentan jong sarkar banyak kran ka pau sai kedar ba ka kampua ya ka jing ba kam tam ba bang im ka stin ka ba ngidon kiwi pada kicik menriru ma ngimnya dai kam dai bandon ka jing ya pher hapreng ki neki cek mendu khasi bat cek mendu baru tikane ban penting kenai kata pada kadaya ka sarkar ban nakaleng sarkar gel ong manya thawi ta committee berpen nakaleng jong ngila bu sai kedar ngong biang pi form ki committee ban discuss kane ngi priang henry ban pensange no ka khot advertisement namar kadang ya keren kini si benai ubadang rung babon tiki besosir gibon de nakaleng jong ngila bu kata jing dawa ban nakaleng sarkar kalau ngin kin consider ya kane ka benta ban kin pensange saya borok ki advertisement ya ki bela ada declare menilai himnang ni sama kinum khatsu kanang bangin ya kan sane ka rosta ka ba kum ka jing jong ikan tang simpor.
So now this roster system is being implemented, and we want that while implementing this roster system, all the stakeholders should be put on board. And we'll see after this meeting, the government has assured that some committee will be constituted pertaining to the implementation of the roster system, comprising of each member from each political party.
It's been removed. So we are very happy as Indian National Congress because we're working for the interests of our young generation to ensure that our youth have a future in the state, our youth have faith in the system, and the government, the Chief Minister has clarified very clear that there will be no community that will be discriminated. The roster system is in place because all along after the reservation policy was enacted, there was no roster system in place. So it's been very clear now, it's been clarified. So the young generation should not worry. There will be no discrimination against any community. As per the reservation policy enacted by the Assembly, that will be followed in letter and spirit.
So many of this,
It's a cut-off here, you know, we've said, no, like the roster system will be in there, will be right from 1972, but the implementation will be prospective.
No.
P, ngingi don bok, ba, natrai di tang kejala jungi, kabayo reservation, hadu proposan persen. Mungkin kawai kejala biyo. Tingi don bok, but pindapet bah amjudon kano ka reservation policy kabadalong ya kajai benrio. Pindapet kalong baik ya katu ka community. Pila benong SC, ST, OBC. Jadi hangi kawan dah kajai benrio te. Tekanum don kum kata kaba kipat ba jungi ki diben septim. Ba kandon kejing le siliang kanum don.
And concerns have been raised and some clarifications have been sought, and hence we have decided that in order to ensure that all the different concerns that are there are clarified, and hence a committee is proposed to be set up, which will be chaired by our Honorable Health Minister, Kong Ampuri, and different members from different political parties will be in it, so that we can allow them to seek clarification and give further suggestions on how they propose that or they suggest that we should move forward. Apart from that, certain clarifications have been sought. We have clarified most of the points. Certain clarifications like whether in education sector this particular system will apply or not. So we have clarified that the roster is meant for direct recruitment only, and hence it is not meant to be implemented for education purpose, in the sense for the different seats that are there in different education institutions across the country. So on and so forth. There were many other points that were raised, and we have given a complete clarification on that. We have also in the presentation explained to the different political parties that the appointments that have been made from the past, those appointments from 1972 onwards have been done, and we have put them as far as possible from the different inputs that we received. We have put them and plotted them. And this data has now allowed us to understand the sequence in which we are now today to continue with the roster. I would like to clarify here today also that all the appointments that were made in the past, in all the decisions that were taken as per the reservation policy. And hence they are completely legally binding on the government. And hence the question of us going back and looking at it and cancelling or making adjustments does not arise. So therefore, these were done and appointed based on the reservation policy. And now after the information and data has been plotted, we are now in a position in some of the departments to understand how we're going to move forward. In the meantime, our members from different political parties have requested that till this committee, which will give us a report or will have a final sitting in the next few days, they have suggested that if we can keep any new advertisements on hold, and based on that we have agreed to that as a government, that we will keep things on hold till the committee is satisfied and gives us a final report and final discussion, which we expect it to be happening in a very, very short time. We will come out with the terms and preferences.
Kaseng san pertai Voice of the People's Party hakasi thok dian jo tayo kalapen benaban penlong ikejing ki dak basha tangan klembu por hadien bak sarkar jela kam shimla tre bani keren ne bani tai hakabe dei bak jing dawa ban penkelano ya ka reservation policy jong jela
Hadian bonteli jingelang patba bal penlong dak kaseng san pertai VPP ban pesong thu igi patba halor kabha tungkam nega reservation policy. Haga kanya teruk jemang arajar arpulai kini keseng kala penong ya kejingelang haga benta ke bahap pedang ya jong sorsilong haga jaka penian kali kebadan hajan ke additional secretariat. Haga ni kejingelang dalor kiwai pat kinong ngelam gebla ajing kran la kampus ngotu patba ya ke bahap tungkam dok presiden jong ni keseng uba ardan mela besayumaj ubele weru iki patba kejela bani mi patba haga kat kendai terik mentau benai jemang arajar arpulai. Banwan sengap ya karai jong kejingelang jong borok keseng san pertai keban selong hak ni kesini kita kat kendai terik. Banekran halor ka Meghalaya State Reservation Policy syajar kendai sepan puar. Uba arden melep sayo moj uloong bala dakarai jong ni kejingelang kampen hun kat kum kejing dawa ban penbet mai no e ka bahak tungkam. Ka VPP kan sepenjur regi wei pat kilat jingeki namar ka bahak tungkam ka pemerintah kami hap kat kum kejing bun beriu. Namar ki acek la bahak sopo ne sispa bat ya ki kendriam bat ki penar pat la bahak sopo ne sispa ki bakam bun pai.
Bakinong la ban kentat. Lei kila hot ban bile. Tama mangikom ka VPP. Lari assembly, lari suruk ngin ya yaki. Na ka benta. Ban perti kena. Wakani ka jintawa ka chogi. Kan poi sa ka thong. Namar mana open door. Daga jingle ya kani ka roster system ken mau. Ko Conrad Sangma ban MDA2 kani kan create ya ta ka communal, ka jinglong communal. Hapreng jungi ko bujat beliau. Henry ko PM ni ye dia kecikso. Ngem kwa shu da ko pa kalenti. Rei ko kalenti bujai jai. Pari ko akiki dokaman penbait hapo secretariat, dokaman penbait hapo assembly. Kamagi kula kaman chopi. Kalong bagi dong lekai kat ni upai ba jong kapri. Jong ka rei khasi chantia kla ya ta kecik shania. Ngidong kam tak kecik shania kam lei ta kapor. Kapan penmentoi ta lei sibat. Ngidong kam kecik shania kapag niyo na pikom kipai ba. Kenang bagi dang lapat ban pentelun ya kikam kibapon ba kapag komo cai penrio. Ngidong kam kerki menta. Namar karib ja penrio. Katelot bat ka suai. Kapang bat ka krau. Yano wikeno. Dai kini kibadon hamtei. Kiba set kelut ke skor. Keba ka mala ka khamat namar kadau bakila kip ram man collection de bar kadau hab ya pen ya pai ba bat kasuki pemerintah kita empat hapo ka sarkar kita ngai laksa bawar pusau unhe ya rai pun rio ai maki pencam dau kere mangi nom pencam dau ya ka jong ka chat pen rio bat mentoru hagade bagani ka reservation policy ka sarkar ka scam ka jimut ka jong ka MDA kumba ka pau ka scam ba ken nom pen kala ka scam ka kum ka jingkren ka jong chief minister ka scam ka phalang ka kum ka jingkren jong kita ki partner lani ki perlok ki betrelang hagani ka sarkar balai ki sedang menira tai na du mentakasmi lashai bar lashisni pan pensno thu bakla baka jeki jong VPP kalong ka bamdon nongrim tanwai kadeka kamram jungi bani tho ya phi iwei piwei baka jeki kaji kalong ka babek ka don nongrim bat ka bamdon jing perhat sneu do kumoi pa nado kasmi ka baningtong yong bangim kwa bangin to ya ka hok jong kiwei hendang ya kun ban yo pat ya kala ka jong ka hok kata kadai kabangi ni tua ban prensha menta kila snow thu bagane ka jeki kelas tang ban klan ka snow phla ka dong wat kita ki emily yang persya ki badon ha ka wei pat ka party ki stang ban pin snow ba ban le shong ship kum kita kinomi kmat pat ba kamlong ka bade namar kala banwanra ya ke jinge pher jingmut hapring ar ke jat mrio kini ki parlap ki jungi ki para garo ki tep bangi ngem kwa ban to e ga hap ka jongki ki tep bangim kwa ban ong ban doa ban pendu no e ga ta ga hap ka jongki kim snow e adu menta ngilaya ka no menta ngilaya ki ngilai keren ni dei kini pun ban ki amri khasi jungi ki bakan shot po goro ni thi no nang tai ban pemi ya ga ta ka kintin bahkan semi kata ke jinge phe jingbo okamat kani ke jing bakala tang nama bengin dan ar ki jat penre mani amlong shu se bengin dawana ka sarkar ni khamlek penrem ka khammi ka tin persha garo na gane ke jingelang ku jingi ba ke jinge aliti jingi bahkan lummi ru dalele ru em ka jing persha ka jingi ki para garo ni dawa ka sarkar bahkan penre bani kren ban pen sotho kani ka reservation policy ka deng kata ka bha thungkam ladon ka jinga penbe apring ki nongalam naga chat penreu garo baki nongalam naga chat penreu khasi to ko por haswa bakin munjur ba kinya donlang agane ke jula bagane ka bha thungkam ka de ban long kumni sapo badena mar ka da ngi ong bagi nongram ki jungi hadu to por kila khamle kirki balai ni ong ba ka jingda jungi kalong ba shongho namar ba ni ko ba kata ka jing penbe ya kan ka reservation policy ka dei ban long ka kum ka jing don pa devan bis na ka demography devan pension numrim ya ka jing don pa namar minta kila stang ayo jingtip pagani ka sarkar kalawat jingtip ya ki nongtre hagi department ki katu kanne ban pni bape hagani ka department ki bon ki khasi pania ki garo kata ka diga nya ka bakin sapenya la shai la sisi haga jingkren resngap kai ka bangi ko ban penshai ya ki patba ki badon hagani ka por ka pementa kata pom nang ni smart de banyai katum ka roster ka pamot katum kata ka policy sopo kamdi shu bantuna nama pilai thau ye ka policy dan kam ban pentri kam ye ka policy tetei ka ta ka ka polong mandala dalai kam kanu pilai tip ha ni si dalai kam shipho pra collection kini ki para ka ji kawai kawan sini hangta kami ka jinge dan kam ban pendai chua ye ni dan kam ka bha ka dei ban long katum ka jing don pa ti menta ki samban pemikam nomor kini ni tap kini ki pos ki karo kenang ban compensate ka bomot ban kli ya ka to ka bagi khamla ban pendap Tilapiat la pimpan kawai kan dengan reservation mungim dan lenti banyaki. dan kam nomor kata tahu ba ban pendek temai yang kena reservation bagaimana melangkah tum ke jingdon pat kelala dia pendek temai kat tum ke jingdon pat kerana ban stang duduk mentah bahkan sampai kata kapha thungkam namani long ke jomki kini ki para ngimpre bahkan tum ke polisi jong ke 1972 kasya ban thep ya ki kam kiba kini ki para jingi kimla ladamla la ban thep egi kasih ke jingi tikum no mata pin kali ya kata nadu nang tai kata ru kadi ka babagala kata ru kadi ka babagala namar kata kata ngange bagi tu ki balik sega jingalang kaba ka sarkar ka khot kenda snow thu shan badam comeback ban pen kala ya ka reservation policy lay on terbuai di para privilege hazard
kat ba ka jingelang jugi sengsan prithai kadang ya chakmat bani kran ha ka bede ba reservation roster system ya ka bala let bani shipment tarik sengsan prithai ba per na kaliang ka VPP kalami jindat no na ka ti jingelang ha ba ka sarkar jila kalai kran thik tang halor ka jing pentre kam ya ka roster system bat kam shimla tre bani kran ha ka bede ba ka jing dawa ban pen klano ya ka reservation policy da ka ba pen shong nong rem kat kum ka jing bun pat ha pedeng ukhasi ba ugaru kipat ba kibela lum ha kajaka peniang kali jong ka additional secretariat kila let ban ajin kershan ne ka seng BPP kibela dawa ban penbet temaino ya ka reservation policy u president ka VPP ba Aden Miller Basayumot ula pen benah ka jingelang ba namar ka jing bampatiaw ka sarkar ka jing dawa kumta on sedang ya ka jing yakhi da ka basya tangan klembo por na do ka apply kri ujemang hakmat ka kandap jong ka secretariat
banaman pendono ya ka bahak ka jongki bat nagamanta kitu gibawang magani ka chiki kala man kta namar kan sakta ay ka 50% to tep pahanagalan ka jinyo kam ya ki try mulok ki try ka kalam mo pra 4% namar ka ka tribal state ni ka tribal state umra man tu ya ka hok ka jongi banaman penyerakat ini nak kata 50% kamlok applicable ini Umizuru uyakam 4% hari ini jong ngino hak kuki tribal Meghalaya bangini apa inting yang kata akaran juga Supreme Court ni namle ya kan logo kapan pendulong yo pada kumkin nalam ya ang bangin sim ne kajing kekli banyalam nginum sim dang kajing kekli banyalam ngrengin sim ro ya kajing kekli ban sha sitam nam ta jong pi kumki pada ngin sha sitam namar kata tahu ada betang jong gani kecil kongga parti kelarai bau presiden jong parti marwaiswa on sedang ya kecil daga basyatkan hakmat sekretariat kaban sedang nado ke arfulai tarik marwai gani syam hang hakmat sekretariat ka indefinite hunger strike ngin sedang hantai bat ngalet bansyong tira warai jinggershan ya po jing doi bat nyenong ala pat bakini kin pensniu ya kan ga jiki daga bapeni ya ga jiki ba
ka jingelang jong ka kunhun menteri ka balalong ha ka sibalang jong ta yo kala ai ka jing menjure ka Meghalaya state policy on construction and demolition ban penti kena bandon de ki kendon perking ha ka jing penmi e ki lengkhot lengkhai na ka jing sna ye kinu gi jing tei ne ka jing pen pra ye kinu gi jing tei ha ka jela
Habai keren begino patai kubor Menteri Rangba Gejala Konrad Kongkal Sangma ulong baka kenun menteri kala menjur bantau ka Meghalaya State Policy on Construction and Demolition ban perking ya kejing berat pathar ki lengkhot lengkai iba mi ni kejing tei ne jing penpra ya kinu kejing tei ka sarkar kala penmi ka ka policy ka deban penti kena baki lengkhot lengkai ki ba mi ni kejing sna ya kejing tei ne jing penpra ya kejing tei bade ban le ha ka rukom ka badai Nalor kania ulia tu baka sarkar kala menjur ban pen kelano ya ke kerteng jong ka Lady Hydri Park jaka Pan Nong Light Park ka Badan Habarik Shillong. Ulia tu ru baka kenhun menteri kala menjur ban mang ya ki pos ha ka Shillong Public Higher Secondary School namar ka jingdan kino hikai kadang duna bha. Baran tharu ki pos ha ka State NSS Cell kumpala batha ka sarkar preng. Ukonrat Kongkal Sangma ulong balapan kelaru iki katukan ki kendon jong ka Meghalaya State Food Commission rules ha ka bede bat ka samoi trekam jong chairman bat ka ne ka longkat kum ki kendon an ki balabo bat pen trekam ha kri brokawai Nalor kani ulieto baka kedhun menteri kala rairu ban penkiono ekasong tengka naga bentak sipai gejala be opdiang yaki khusna baper hak army navy but air force but kile taisani but ajing menjor yaka wakt board rules hajar lai.
The proposal for creation of posts for Shillong Higher Secondary School, as you are aware that it was upgraded to a higher secondary school, but there were not enough teaching staff there for that, and hence that those particular posts for the higher secondary school were created, and today that was cleared by the cabinet. Third is that we have amended some rules in the Meghalaya State Food Commission rules in terms of the period of time of the chairman. So that was in accordance with the rules that have been laid on at the national level. So we were just making it compliable and compatible to the national rules. We have also passed the decision to rename Lady Hydri Park to Kapan Nonglait Park. This again was a decision which was taken a very, very long time back, and this has been again going up and down because of administrative complications that took place earlier. But we have finally today cleared this proposal, and the renaming of Lady Hydri Park to Kapan Nonglait Park was decided today.
Menteri Rangba Kejala Meghalaya Konrad Kongkal Sangma ula pentip bahakatayo benengkong jung benai jeliau kesenam arajar arpulai kan sedang nok kejing ekrani sok apa dengka kenhun keng atiar nyautrap National Liberation Council HNLC bat kesorkar. Udetho bu sembut Menteri Rangba Kejala ubak Preston Tensong rengkat kejing dan lang uksiang kile kendo iginong yalam ke HNLC bat kile syemekarai ba kejing ekrani sok kan sedang nok nadu ubnai banwan. Ukonrad Kongkal Sangma ulong bagi nongelam ke HNLC kelepan pau ke bedai bat ki kat to kenikimat. Kumta ke sorkar kan persang ban penti kena bagi nugi senjam ki bagi syem kenlong ke bayahab bat ki kendon bat ki ban singan habrok giliang bat an persang ban syem khialang wat ki wei pat ki mat ki basngu khiaru. Menteri Rangba ulong balarigi kendon kilong pat sabar uput usam jong kejing kemi ke sorkar jela kumta kejing ekran an hab bandon lang ki he jong ke sorkar preng. But yakum kini kimat on hak banekran hakan kekerdan.
First was we have informed the cabinet today, and we would like to inform everybody that meeting was there that took place in the last few days. In fact, it took place yesterday, where the Honorable Deputy Chief Minister has had an informal meeting, and we, in this meeting with the HNLC, where the political secretary, vice chairman, executive members were present, and the interlocutor was also present, and it was decided and formally communicated that the formal talks with the HNLC will start in the first week of June.
Hashwa baka sarkar jala kan lum ye kejing yelang bagi sengsan perthei bani taisani halor kejing penteri kam meka roster system hakasi pelai Menteri Rangba ka jala ula lum ye kejing yelang bat barok ki MLA ki badan haka kenhun MDA ban pensyai bat pensautu ye ki halor kejing penkre jok sarkar jala kumno bakan ya chakaman haka kejing penteri kam meka roster system jong ka reservation policy.
Menteri Rangba Kejala Meghalaya Konrad Kongkal Sangma haka khat pratrik ujamang arhajar arpulai. Ulalum ye kejingelang bat kiseng san pertai kebedan lang haka sorkar MDA ban pensyai bat ban pensengutu iki haka bedai bat kejing pentreka mega roster system. Habai keren bikinang patai kubor Konrad Kongkal Sangma ulong bala pensengutu iki MLA jong ka kenhuan ke MDA. Haka bagi lapan ye kejing pensyai bat ke sorkar kli op diang ru kejing pensengau bat jing ai jing mot nagi dekhot ke MDA. Ulong ba haka khat khandai Tarik jong ubnai jemang arhajar arpulai pad unsalum me kejingelang bat kiseng san perthai boper. Menteri Rangba ulong baga reservation policy klem kejingdon ka roster system kalong kebom don jingmut bat haban sngo thu baga roster system kadiga scheme kejing peniat na kejing bo pali haga ban pentre kampurai ka reservation policy. Ula ai noksa belada penmi ka roster on bo pali ka rukom bahakam ya barok lang nadu ki khasi ki garo bat ki bamdai ki ulum.
Because reservation is a different subject, but a roster without a reservation without a roster is meaningless. But talking about reservation, talking about roster and not touching reservation is not going to make any sense. That's not correct at all. You have to understand what a roster is. The roster is basically a scheme or a process or a schedule to implement the reservation policy in letter and spirit. Now what that means, so let me start explaining so that all of you are also on board. What reservation does is that it allows certain reservations in certain categories. Now these reservations then, when the posts are advertised, then the reservation policy is applied. Now in the past, what used to happen, if there were 10 vacancies that used to be vacancies were advertised, the reservation policy would apply 4-4-1-1 or whatever the ratio is. Now in the absence of a roster system, then when the next 10 positions would come out, or 2 or 3 positions would come out, again the reservation policy would apply in the 4-4.5 and 1 version, 1.5. Now when the reservation comes in, it actually charts out and prepares a schedule of which category, which post will go to which category. So if the reservation comes out tomorrow, roster comes out tomorrow for reservation, it'll plot exactly that was position number 1 is meant for unreserved, position number 2 is for Khasi Jantia, position number 3 is for Garo, position number 4 will be for Khasi Jantia, position number 5 will be for Garo, position number 6 will be for Khasi Jantia. It plots those points in the sense that tomorrow if there is an appointment or an interview call for 3 posts, that means there will be 1 post for unreserved, 1 for Khasi and 1 for Garo. That's what a roster does. Now if the 4th position comes out tomorrow for interview, so number 1, number 2, number 3 is done. The number 4 position is for a Khasi. Hence the advertisement will say 1 LDA post for a Khasi category. If again after a year 1 more post comes out, that's number 5 position, that's meant for a Garo. And hence the advertisement will say LDA position for a Garo. So roster system allows the implementation of a reservation policy in letter and spirit and allows the exact schedule of the post to be appointed. That's what a roster is. And hence, a roster, a reservation policy without a roster will not implement the reservation policy in true letter and spirit. And hence, Meghalaya should have implemented the roster system from day 1. Because as I said, the roster system allows a particular post which is meant for a certain community to go to that community. So as I said, now try to be with me out here and I'll try to explain to you. If the other scheduled tribes and other scheduled castes which have 5% reservation, if you look at a 100-point roster, 5% means 5 posts will go to them in 100 posts. Are you with me? So 5 posts will go in 100 posts, 5 posts will go to other tribes and other scheduled tribes and other scheduled caste. Which means every 20th post, post number 20, post number 40, post number 60, and post number 80 and post number 100 will be for other scheduled tribes and other scheduled caste. Now, if the roster system is not present, we will keep repeating 40, 40, 15, 20, and it will keep going in the system. Now, tomorrow, if we have finished 19 recruitments and there is 1 post that comes out for the 20th one and said 1 post, what will that advertisement say? It will say 1 LDA post for other scheduled tribe and other scheduled caste. It will not say Khasi, it will not say Garo, it will not say UR. Because it is meant, the roster has set a system and a schedule for the other scheduled caste or tribe to get that post on the 20th post that comes out. That is what roster is. So it's not meant to give any benefit to anybody. It is meant to ensure that reservation policy is implemented in letter and spirit.
Ukonrad kongkal sangma ulakran nagabashay baka jingakran menta kan David Tek tanghalor ke roster system. Bat ban pentreka mega roster kat kum kajing tha ka high court. Haga bedai bagajing keno bagajing pentreka mega roster system kedai ke ajing mentoy tang ye kejat benriau garo nagaliang menteri rang ba ulong bakan omdon kanu keno kejing ajing mentoy yo nu brio. Hendrai habadan ke reservation kalong pat kabakongsan bandon lang ye ke roster system. Bat kedai kabla bethat ke sorkar preng. Bat kayeng syari kabahakli adu jongkari ke Supreme Court. Bat kejala Meghalaya keladai ban pentreka mega roster system na duk kesing beningkong. Namar ka roster system ka ailat baik kam ka baha naga benta kanu kanu kejat benriau kadai benlej sha kata kejat benriau.
As I said that
based on population.
No, as I said that is a different subject. That is an issue that can be discussed, may be discussed, that we are not talking about as of now. As of now, the subject in front of us is the roster system and implementation of that. So hence we are taking that first part and we are trying to resolve that issue because that is something that is mandated by the High Court. The broader discussion on reservation policy is something that is not going to be discussed in this yesterday or today or tomorrow. So these 3 days have been specifically kept for roster system to implement the roster system in view of the court order and to ensure that the reservation policy which was made in 1972 is implemented in letter and spirit.
Tanga po khatar kenta ka jing sha sho jong wei nong nya taksi ha ki bri ki bam dei ki riu lum kabala ja ha khandai lat shalong kumbah ka por shipho shiteng men mien kabala ja ha ka khat pratarik menta ubnai jemang arajar pulai ha ka si ka babot ki nong nya kali kamai taksi ha shalong kila penlong da ka jing sange kamai bat ya lum lang ha khandai lat bandawan ki bor jong ka an ban kemar dori ki bri ki bedan kti ha ka ni ka kam thombor
Ngaban ngap na bentak hari le jor dengan solia. Hari laju.
Haka khat kendai Tarik mata ubnai jemang arajar arpulai ki nong nya taksi ke sor shalong kam tam ki bedai ki dkhot jong ka seng ki nong nya taksi ki ba ha ka district East Khasi Hills nadu ko portman step ki la sange kamai bat le lum lang ha khandai lat bat dawan ki bor jong ka an ban kem mardor ki bri ki bedan kti ha ka basho pen men saw yo weu samlau banyak taksi uba sai sim uba chong basa akasnong mau pedang hadu bo unda men saw na ka benta jong ka kli kat bau dang abri ban kamai ha khandai lat Hidu khot jung kinong nya taksi na lor bagi sange kamai kila penhiaru ikinong let nang wan na kitu ki taksi ki bedang kamai wat hadien baka seng kinong nya taksi kala pha sange kamai ya baro halor ke jinge ki jung kinong nya taksi la yu ru bani kren bekiri pat bang ki bedang tumu ban be segi kam ki jam ki jong ki bela pen pauru ki jing sitam hakale kawan ya kani ki jinge ki jung kinong nya taksi ha kani sngi lawan ai jing kersan ru de ki du khot jong ka seng New Trap National Youth Front ki bela penram jorru ya ki bri ki bedan kti ha ka basho pen mensa yo basai sim bat dawan ki bor ka an ban kem mar dor ye ki bri ki bedan kti ha ka di ka kam thombor bat persang ban penthut ya ka song suk song sangan hanong ba shalong hadien bela jor ke jinge ki jo ki nong nya taksi tang hadien khendiat kenta ki pulet le yo kem no ya arngut ki basho yo basai sim bat kat hadu ka janmiet jo ka sithot ding la yo kem salai ngut ki weipat kabala long baro sangut
kai ka bajan aduk menen ka janmet jisha ngilabuk ka deadline nara shisni ki pulet kimla ban kem yakini ki beriau kimla ban kem yakini ki beriau nakalen jongi ka senjuk kai ka senjam ka begin shim kalong ba yakini ki khala ja nginum sha ban kamai ha shalong city jongi ngile ta matan e dari sultanat mentana harin bagi mi kamera jong SP le thu ba arngut layak ban kem te ngisu a kala pan por ai por sengi bangin le ban kam teng kaleng jongi ru hoj tangi appreciate aru kelayo bani okem tengi scam ru ki barang sa sekom palengut sangut kita ki ribaman te ngi scam bangin bani iya ki hapo along
ke jing syak syo kabala julor bat ke khli kala pai kala men saw ti nakaliang ke jongi kum kaseng rengkat bagi kini driver taksi hang ne bangi don ngilawan ni kendu USP menta sngi USP East Khasi Hills bat USP jongka city bat ngilakeli kai balai ka ja kamta namar ba hang po PB ngitep ba ka 24 hours ki police ki dan nang to banle ka duty tinggal akli balai ka ja balik pemelak bantem balik pemelak bankem nado menin ba shipostang ke baja di nagaliang OSP ula patai uang ba pechane ngimla bankem menin namar baki balik duti yang tu ki habya nado na po pegazas tu shadu tham joy deha kapor baja ki uang ba ki kulit ki jongki ki don shati sharum khem i kita ka jingja di nagaliang ka jongi ngila kelipat kilale kumnu menta di nagaliang OSP is kasil sebab SP City uang bang ngila ki okam arngut ngila okam menta para iki botalan itu ki berhenti wei na pedang juki di bihari di nagaliang ka jongi tong ngila snu tenat hi kata ka jing yo tristom jong kulit man yo okam kita ki arngut ban mentaru kila dan hapo ti jong kulit kini ki Punjabi ki ba la yo okam di nagaliang ka jongi kaseng in hapailat hi police department ru bagan ya syahmat bangi aipor police department kema kan le ka badan kam ban kanang kam susu ikitu ki gunda ikitu ki nong penyap brio ngan ong baik kidi ki nong kitu gidi sisa ki bala adai ba ka sarkar ka di ban le tak patenge sisa na ka por sa ka por ngisngo ba wei po wei nong snong jong ka judgment rio wei po wei do snam de bandani ka jing khli we I hadu ka ni ka jing shathambor hala ka jong kari na ka por sa ka por tin nagaliang jong ingin up ya kata ka jing panpor jong SP uang baik 100% sispa na sispa ula kular ringi bu SP uang bang ngin kam baik iki
Nandek sisa.
Amping kita minta pembantu taksi.
Tip lah.
Kali. Tip dah membeli kali.
Nga tip mentat kan yo.
Tip kini kira ini kira ini kira ni.
Di pun parang.
Tidak mula membeli kali.
Iya manik nak dah seperti kan. Ngapawan siau.
Kini kali.
Ngap tu ya ngawan apa ya berin mulai. Ngalih tip sana apa yang ni mentang kali tengah lalu mereka no.
Kisomno dan iu banong lah kemudian kali ni.
Kisomno tinggi jenjar em lamar bangim dan shortcut ban lek ru. Saatay nung song lin tini krem ste lanungin pa.
Nga mana lang wala nang donte.
Nem sta kam
jam tan hi ngali ti share hang nem tan ni issue.
Ba ma wala taxi yo.
Kali yang tiba kit plam ni tadi siapa kisomno try. Kisomno lah bandan lokal taksi.
Ngomno rakhia ganyan thon jon kakse lapang.
Hot kajing kun hi kadai kajungi bat kit giru baman bat kulit unlek barangkam hapdeng. Rangim kwa bat bagi pajak kinung sok pedung kan. Ti mimi sesurak ban syakri ki pajak ti. Rangim kwa pajak kinung sok pedung ki kana school kinung sok pedung. Kensan mo lada dei ka banta sisa bangin le kata ka banta dei. Sisingin aipor. Ti ki kana kimi ki pa kinung pak school syuk ki kun. Ki banat nong kenong kinuman su sasar kan. Kemen bangin sulit bat simi kata senjam kedet kalong kas. Kakta upai ki pajak kinung sok pedung kin janjar bopli. Lesen ru sorang kham lami mane lawan ta dei pa syuk chi yang miu kali syuk ti syuk kin sa. Kum kata ki pi. Kelarun kanun ka banta pat lada sarkar kam le lesi kan sapoi ka po lesi lada kam le nginapan ya lesi lada la banong da kali kalentiru
haswa bing ni khmi ki khubor ni phasha sipor sikini ki jingpen bana Haba phabiang ski benta jong ko khubor, ha khasi sa jan jong ta yo baladam, u district transport officer kata u DTO jong ko William Nagar East Garo Hills district u Jean Kelly G Moment. Ula syakem ki pulet Assam, halor ke jeng keno ba ula dan kti ha kaban shna ye ki kot kisla jong ki kalitu.
Ki pulet ke Assam kilakem ya u DTO jong ka district East Garo Hills kadi hadin ke jeng pla jong weyunong khayi be anyi ki kali u Golam Ali uba na Bhati Para hak district Golpara balasyam ba ula syupha shnathok ki kot kisla jong ke kali. Ki pulet Assam kali yo ru ban kurup South ligi kali ki badan ki kot kisla ki balasyu shnathok bat ulakam bau DTO ke William Nagar bat ki bagi nong tres sarkar kiladon ketilang hak banirap ban shnathok ya ki kot kali. Superintendent ki pulet ka Golpara UVV Rakesh Reddy ula pentip bagi pulet kleyo ban kurup South li ki registration certificate ki balasyu shnathok bagan top yo number chassis number ke engine bat ki bai. Luang bahadian ba kilabiang ki saki pada kejing trailang jong ki pulet ka Meghalaya komta kilalet ban kemno ya uniu DTO
কি করেছে পাঁচটা আমি আরসি জব্দ করেছে আর তারপরে দু তিন গাড়ি তো আমি জব্দ করেছি আমার থানাতে এতে আছে আর বাকি গাড়ি আমি পোৱা নাই মানুক আমি আইডেন্টিফাই কৰা হৈছে মানুহ পলাইছে তো তাৰ লগত আৰু ডিটেইল আমি পাম
কোনবাৰ জড়িত থাকিব পাৰে নেকি
হ'ব এইটো অকল মেঘালয়ৰ কথা নাই অসমৰো মানে গাড়ী যাব ইয়া বেলেগ ষ্টেটৰ পৰা গাড়ী আহিব তাৰ পৰা তেও মানে এইটো আরসি দিও তো কিমান ডাঙৰ হ'ব এইটো আমি আলোচনা কৰা নাই নিজে আমি গম পাবো ইনভেস্টিগেশন করার পিছত
মেঘালয়ৰ উইলিয়াম নগৰৰ দ্বিতীয় লোকৰাকে জড়িত আছে না আৰু কোনবা বেলেগ ডিস্ট্ৰিক্টৰ মেঘালয়ৰ জড়িত
এইটো পোৱা নাই এতিয়া আমি তো
ইনভেস্টিগেশন
আমাৰ ইনভেস্টিগেশন যি লিংক পাইছে এইটো উইলিয়াম নগৰতে পাইছে
ha kabaidai bakani kijing syakem mu DTO nagaliang usembut menteri rang ba gajela uba senyau balang dhar uba kemi ilang ya ketenat transport ulang bulapan ka kai phot halor kijing syakem jong DTO ke East Garo Hills pada syua ba ke sarkar kan syem ke no garai persya DTO kan ap syua ban yo ka kai phot uba senyau balang dhar ulang bayam menta on pat ong ye la ke sarkar kan wengkam syashipor yu DTO henrei kan ap ban yo syua ka kai phot bat an syem ka rai ulapan pau ru bagalong ke bakong san bagarukom trekam kadi banlong ke bakhoj bat dai bandon kanu ke jing le bakla tumta ke sarkar kan syem ka rai kat kum ka an hadin balayo ya ka kai phot.
No, this is something that the Assam government had shown some evidence. They had contacted the Meghalaya police and jointly with the support of Meghalaya police this arrest was made. Of course they are going into all the details, but in the preliminary understanding we have come to know that there is some involvement in some kind of registration of some stolen vehicles from Assam which was taking place, but obviously I have not gone through the report myself, so I'll not be able to comment on the details, but this is what I have been reported on the phone I've been told to police.
Menteri ke Sarkar Pedeng ubakmi ia ketenat Ayush Sarbananda Sonowal hakala siu blek jokata yau ula pli pat ba ya ki nriu teli ki jingtai ki bathamai jongka North Eastern Institute of Ayurveda and Homeopathy kata kaneya ban penti kena bakani ke jaka ajung sumar kan la ban ai ke jing sakri ke bapaka ya ki pat ba
Sarbananda Sonowal ubade Menteri Sarkar Pedeng ketenat Ayush ula play gini gijingtai ke batamai baragani ke sengi la play gini gijingtai ha kajing dan lang ke menteri ketenat kakot kakya ke jela I Dr. Amprin Dengdo menteri ketenat Animal Husbandry and Veterinary ke jela uba AL Hek vice chancellor ke Skol Ba Nehu professor Prabha Shankar Shukla director ke North Eastern Indira Gandhi Regional Institute of Health and Medical Sciences Negrims Professor Dr. Nalin Mehta baga director Jongania ke Dr. Nita Mahesakar ki hindra tali ki jingtai ki batamai ki kenthop ek hostel na kabenta ki shinrang ka hostel na kabenta ki kenthai pratali ki type 3 quarter hindra tali ki type 4A quarter nyau tali ki type 4B bakenthop ya ka jakasa director ka hostel na kabenta ki senior residence ka guest house ha ka jinglut ka bakot kumbahan ro ho point iwe hindra klur tengka barhabakran ka jingelang Sarbananda Sonowal ulong budap da ka jingkemen bala plipat ba igni jingtai ke batmai knang bikin kentiu syo ya karukom trekam ba rukom sumar tenrai hagni kathai ulong ru bahapo ke jingelam menteri rang ba do kari Narendra Modi kidang syemi senja manwan ra ke jingwat benya hai kirukom ajing sumar tenrai rengkat bat kirukom sumar kat kum kejok ke bamenta Hagani kesengi haba pli kini kijingtai batmai jongani ya Sarbananda Sonowal ulong baga devan ai kejing syakri kabapaka syakipat ba
Yes.
he has devoted his best of his time and energy, wisdom, knowledge by adopting many important policy program for the speedy growth of the entire northeastern region. Be it infrastructure, connectivity, communication, other institutional growth in all sectors, the quality human resource, the quality production, and quality of life promotion. In every sector, you have all noticed that how Honorable Prime Minister has given his heart to the people of Northeast. You know that about the background of Ceylon. Once it was regarded to be the Scotland of the East. Scotland of the East, such a beautiful place in the world, Ceylon. आप सौभाग्यशाली है, आपको यहाँ पढ़ने के लिए मौका मिला है. I believe whoever is staying here, they are the luckiest people, because the climate condition, the topography, the landscape and coverage of greenery, such immense, full of beauty and joy, that makes you happy and fresh, active and energetic. So nature is so much kind to you, kind to everybody. But that is why I believe we have a big role to play for the preservation of ecology and environment. If ecology is not protected, environment is not protected, weather is not protected, then it will be difficult for creation to live comfortably. Because during COVID-19 pandemic, whatever bitter experience we have had across the world, it is because of the disaster of nature. In many ways, now the global society have realized of late that we have a big role to play. Of course, we want our economy to grow, but not at the cost of ecology and environment. Economy will have to grow along with ecology and environment.
Menteri rang bak kejelau konrad ke sangma hakasi hatmajai ulai itu bak sarkar kan sesong jengelang ban bishar benya halor ke jeng sapriang juki kubor bak dan ke jeng temu ban penki imbiang ya ka kenun king atiar na rilong garo kabalatip kum ka Garo National Liberation Army kata ke GNLA.
Hadin bagi kubor kelas sapriang bak kenun king atiar Garo National Liberation Army GNLA bak temu ban penki imbiang ya ka kenun. Menteri rang bak kejelau konrad kongkal sangma haka kan tarik ujemang arajar arpulai. Ulang bo unselo me kejengelang ban syong bishar ban lap hado kanno kene ko kubor kalong ko basisha. Konrad kongkal sangma ule thu bu ulayo eka kaipot na ke sarkar ndrei klempat yo alat ban kemi ibnia eka. Bad agini kisi ban wan unselo me kejengelang ban tai sani halor gini kejing tip bad yamenta umpat kwa ban keren AA. Ulang bak sarkar kadon ni kejing sokya bad hago joko por ke sarkar klei opriang yagi bobon kejing tip ne kitanat sentiat. Bad haba kayo opriang ya kum gini kejing tip. Kahap ban bishar benya bad ban pensyong nong rembha ban lap hado katno kilong ki basisha.
It's an internal report right now. I have not seen a copy of the report yet. These are assessments that are made time to time by all the different levels. So this is part of an exercise which is normally done. But I have not seen the report myself as of now. And within a couple of days we'll be calling and taking a internal kind of assessment on the situation. But without going through the report, I don't want to comment on it.
Is the government concerned because government has to...
No, obviously government will be concerned at every level. And I'm not saying that I am concerned in the sense that we are worried or anything like that. But you must understand that as a government we receive a lot of intel. And when the intel comes in, we have to filter out the intels and see which one has got any kind of actual weightage or not. So these procedures are very complicated. So sometimes out of 100, 200 reports, we suddenly find out that 1 or 2, 3 of them have some weightage. So it's difficult to say right now without seeing the report. But my point when I say concern, I mean to say that as a government, we don't take anything lightly.
Menteri Rangba ke Jela Meghalaya Konrad Kongkal Sangma ula pentip bagi Sarkar Meghalaya bagi Sarkar Assam kinse kendo akateo banwan ban sedang ya kejing ekran pembet puat hakawat kebaar. Konrad Kongkal Sangma ula ong bagi Sarkar Jela kelekren manla kepor bagi Sarkar Assam halor kejinjak baja khanduli. Bar akateo banwan kan sadan kejing ekran hakpedeng ke Sarkar Meghalaya bagi Assam. Uli tu bagi Sarkar Meghalaya bagi Assam kele shimru ekarai ban jurip langi kejaka kiberan hapdeng kejing ekan at kenang banwan ra kejing singani pat bah. Menteri Rangba ula kentui gibor penyat distrik officer ke bakmi yakathan bad ginok song bakin kiar na ginu kam ki balak ban kemi ya kejing ekan at.
That I have been in constant touch with the Assam counterpart. We are going to meet in the couple of weeks, definitely before the month end. We have also decided together that a joint visit will be made especially to these sensitive zones to build up the confidence of the people and also to ensure that we ask our respective administrations and our respective citizens and respective areas and officials concerned to restrain from any kind of action that could lead to situations getting tense. So we will be making a joint visit to these locations. Not all, but to certain locations.
Whether this kind of incident will affect this second phase of border talks?
See, for the last 50 years, these things have been going on. What we need to understand is that the reason the border talks are going on is precisely so that these kind of incidents don't happen. You have to understand that that is exactly what the objective is. Today, these kind of incidents are happening because there is areas of differences. So we realize that it is even more important for us to now try and find a solution at the earliest so that none of these kind of incidents happen in the future.
Menteri Rangba ke Jela Meghalaya Konrad Kongkal Sangma ulaong bakan omdan kanu kejing keta kejing edai hapadeng kesang NPP bat ke UDP. Hadin belami result jong ke election MLA hasok yong constituency. Ulaong baladadai bandon kejing keta kejing edai kala de banja nadu ke election MLA hakasnam arajar arpulai. Wala kladon kejing penon kam ki kitien kentho ki bahar rukom. Nrei ka jing edai kala yaine kum ki parlok hak Sarkar senrop MDA. Halor kejing keli la ke UDP kan do ya kawek syuki menteri badantung no da kesang PDF. Konrad Kongkal Sangma ula keren naga basai bakam syamladon kanu kuno karai bantung menteri Sarkar ya udkhot jong kesang PDF. Hadian bikilawan ban benrap lang no bat kesang NPP.
Political parties can say what they have to say. Government has to follow procedures and the procedures will be followed in all aspects. See, we have also spoken in election time, even during the 2023 general election time also. But if you recall, after the election, we have all come together and we stressed on the fact that we have been working in the past 5 years to take the state forward. And in that same spirit, we want to continue. Hence, yes, in elections, this is the nature of elections and political parties will give speeches and sometimes words will go out of control sometimes. But overall, as I said, we as a coalition, as MDA, we have always kept the larger interest of the state in mind.
Let's say a relationship between UDP and NPP being affected because of the campaign you've been going on.
No, if it had to be affected, it would have been affected in 2023 general election. Even in 2023 general election, there was a lot of language that was used, but still we continued.
Whether one cabinet board of the UDP will be snatched away with PDF joining the government?
No such decision has been made. As I said, these are all speculations that are being done in the market.
Usumbut Menteri Rangba ke Jela ubak singau balang dhar ubak miru ya katna jail haksi pelai jong tayo ulalit pet ya ke jinglang jingman jong ke Shillong district jail kabadan ha jail road khamtam haba ke sarkar kladon ya ke jingtmu ban penken riakno ya ke ni ke patok sa New Shillong township ubak singau balang dhar ula pentip ba ke sarkar kladep sim ya karai ban penken riak ya ke Shillong district jail sa NST Bat kumbalong menta kani kekam kalanang ya sakmat na kebentaban yo snano ya ke Central Jail HNSD namar ba ke District Jail kalak hapnya palat na ke jingbun palat ki koidi. Ulai itu bakat nat prison Kalayo ia kejaka kabahek kumba arpusan eka ha New Shillong Township na katnat Urban Affairs bat menta kidang up ba katnat Urban Affairs kan IT no ia kejaka nang bakin yo ban sedang tei no ia ke Central Jail. Bat on the tei ia kini kepatok ke batamai on lak ban set adu 1000 ngut ki koidi. Hakani kejuk kesengi ubak sengau balang ubak kemiru ia katnat transport rengkat bau MLA kejuai ubak wailat Miki Sela bat CEO ke Shillong Municipal Board ubak JP Lap Kiang bat kiwi-kiwi kilalet jurep ru ia ke jingtai jong ke shopping complex bat kejaka peniang kali ha kejaka jong ke MTC ke badan hak handailat.
Today I visit the jail, jail. So we have decided to shift the jail from the city to the New Shillong area. That is priority. So before I finalize, so I feel it's appropriate for me to visit, and I visit today. So decision has been taken. We will shift this Shillong jail towards the new area, new township area.
Status juga di Central Jail mah benar?
No status. I already say will shift it. That is the status. Finalize. Just to shift.
When did it start? We will start.
It will take time. First decision has been taken. And number 2, we will construct the new jail. When the new jail construction is over, we will shift everything there. And the urban will take over the land. Urban will give jail land, and jail will take over it from the urban. That is the reason. And it's high time for us to shift all this thing to outskirts city. It look good, no? Let the city remain peaceful. Let the city remain good, nice and clean. That's I want as a minister of urban affairs. Yeah, it's a normal visit as a transport minister. So I just want to update this project. But I'm very happy the projects went very smoothly and under progress. And I will try to make sure. That within 2 years, this building should be handed over.
This new jail in the New Shillong area, how many inmates can you?
25 acres. 25 acres and 1,000 capacity. And the old one only 120.
Dah kejing sokia halor kejing kabamat de kinong rep hakala si ublej ko tayo kaseng Federation of Khasi Jaintia and Garo People kata ke FKJGP bat kinong rep kilale ya kendu ya ke menteri jong ka rep karyang jong ka sarkar jela ka kong amperin lengdo ha secretariat kinong rep rengkat ba kaseng FKJGP hapo kejing lam jong secretary ke agriculture committee ubak brestar mautho kila ada ke dorka sa ka kong amperin lengdo halor ki babun kijing ki ba kinong rep ki kendu ubak mautho ulai thu bakila dawana ka sarkar bakade ben penbiang ya ka dawai sebo kenang bakinong rep kin yo ben penden kam namarah bakinong rep kili wat ya ka dawai subsidi na ka kudam ka badan hamauyong kim semla yo satya bat kani kala bu ka jing kinong rep ulai thu ba hakisnem ki belelet kinong rep kila yo ya ki sembai leng ba ka subsidi Hendrai menta kim semla yo asu ikini ki subsidi sembai bat kani kala bu ha ka jing ikinong rep ban yo ban rep ban riang klem ka jing kersan lem jong ka sarkar ubak mautho uloong bana kaliang ka kong amperin lengdo kala bu por ha ka arteri ujeliu ban ye kendu biang ban ye tai sani bha halor kimat jing ka bakinong rep ye kendu
subsidi ban kersan ikinong rep ndoi kumulong ban beneki senam kepala lejno kinong rep kita ngio mereka tak jingyo lu kam ngio tak kandiat andre menta panelek kam don juga subsidi don kandiat kam soj regi kwa wa kasarkar kan kersan wa subsidi don bak sembai program untuk lembaga fertilizer dan cikin
daswa bangi lami nantu office ikon aparin ni kinong rap ni da berkecing sunyo kemen ni da berkecing kata kecing kermen ba ikon amparin ilong ban lai ya kapor bai labu ya kapor banginya kedua bannya yo song bannya kren sini bannya kinorat ban ikon amparin karena kalian sungai kinorat tahu bu kecing kermen bagi ila pelat ba ila alat ini bagi ban bannya kedua untuk sisien bannya perkat seni bannya song ban getai sepang kecil ya sini dia kiuria nilai kapor sekun bai layo subsidi dan ila pentip saya presiden jong saikil mabrau bat ni kinora midai nak senang usni unit te habang isam yang no cing ni pentip saya presiden jaga saikil te ni presiden jaga saikil ila play ban khod ini bandai jurip jatuh dewai sebab yuria semikfan hendrai hadian mengilalai ke dewai sebab yuria kadon tangka pi tementah bagi kinora midon kam bahaya yaki dak namar bangila ukrek bandrek kisah semua
Dak jing sokya halor ka jing bam le khu le suba ju ki dukan bam jong ki bar jala ki bedan hakathan laban Shillong ha ka si sajan jo ta yo belala ka KSU laban circle kala le jurep ya ki arpnyo tli ki dukan bam ki bedan hakate kathan
ka KSU laban circle haka khalai tri ujembang arhajar arpulai kala le jurep ki dukan bam bat dukan disha ki bedan halaban lomparing bat lomshat sngi ban khmi e jing kho jing suba jong ki dukan Hadin pegeliok jeng ujor barobor nagi patba bagi kedukan kilong ki betorti hadu kata-kata hakarukom bagi penkre akabam bat bungut ki jio opang man kepor lada bam nagi kedukan. Haga jeng jurep jong keseng ye ki arpunyo teli kedukan bam lalap babon nagi kedukan kem syum ladan neka license naka FSSAI kabasha iki ban play bat de ya ki marbam badon katuk ane nagi kedukan balalap bagi jeng jabo kalong kap isyer kai hadu kata-kata ba keseng ka ban khang shwai kini kedukan kat ba kem patla ban pen kuat kat kumki kendon balabo naka FSSAI kini kilong ka apayani ti stall halaban Ababua tea stall halum shatsengi, ka dada stall harat cross bat ka rumah das tea stall hala stop. Kasang ini kisi kan paru iga report jong kejing syam jongka ha kabede bagini kejing jurep show food inspector FSSAI bat menteri beri kemi. Kasang ka kenturu ebrok gidukan bam bakin long ki balik kuat bat kitiar bam bakin keta ya ka kot kakia jong ki pat ba.
Daga jingtmu banile ban kentiu ya ka kamile kai ha ka than riat laban ka bahab South Shillong constituency ha ka si sajan jo ta yo balala u MLA jong ka South Shillong u ba sanbor sulai u lelet ban jurep ya ka snong riat laban kenjat football bante ya ka madan football ka bapaka bat ya ka cultural center bat ya ka community hall
ha ka jing jurep u ba sanbor sulai ya kesnong riat laban kenjat football. Laidon lang urang ba snong ka riat laban kenjat football uba syai parku parwalang kinong ilam snong ki officer jong ketenat sports but youth affairs ka jilla. Kani ka kunhun ka let ban jurep ka madan ka ban hang snong na gebenta ban sna ya ka madan ila kai football ka bapaka kanang bagan long kejing mentoy ki kena bat ki samla ki basyong basa hang ka than. Shen ketenat sports kan salit bantau ya kejeng he bat jengyar jong ni kejaka na gebenta ban penbiang ya kejeng don kam ban snai kejaka ya kai ke bapaka. Hari ni kesngi ubak san borsulai lelet ru ban jurep ya ka community hall jong ke snong ke balarim. Kam tam haba ke snong ke lepen paw kejeng don kam ban sna no ada ke batamai bat kumju ru ban sna ya ka cultural center na kebenta kejeng bit jengbiang jong ke snong hi baro kawe.
Tengah pun pau kajing semua kemen ke bakrau ba i ba sanbor sulai mo i nong mikmat jungi ya ka met la jong dak jal la jong lawan banyat banyepet bany surbe kene ka snong ke jungi ti kuma play i mentan la ipet lang bi ba ki babon ke jing tuna ha kene ka snong ke jungi tingi pun pau ke jing kemen ba ki kam parok ki bangi ui ni ba ila Shania hangi ke snong mengini pet iki jiran kam baro akan snong naduk ki footpath ki nala haduk ke surok peludi ke community hall ke madan football ru ke badan kam ke ba ngi khmi lenti kan long ke standard ground jong kan long ke jing mentoy na ke benta ka mdai tang ka snong ke jongi ri ka rat laban bro kawe nama hang ni apo rat laban ngim don kene ka standard ground tinggi i cingkiu jungki kena rumah ka liang ka sports ki habli simwai ki madan kaleng sodong re ladang yo ikni ka madan ka bangi layo menyepet mentan ai kublei ki officer jong ka sports ki lai wan lang ina ya jurip ikatu ka jaka kadon ka jaka ka belang available nilai keren ru bat ka right ru ya ka ban yo ban pet ikni ka madan ka bangi yo bansna nak liang jungki ru ki lai ai lang kti ka mon kti ka diang tingi kermen ba kan long ka jing sesok bat ka jing mentoy nak benta mendai tang ka snong jungi ni barok kan ka thai
kam tam na kenjat football tingi don kamru ya kamaran football ngi don bok ila pen sai rang ba snong mentan don bok bangi don ka jaka jong ka snong jaka rat ngilai on jongo ka ba he ba ka bangin yo standard ground kat kumujiron kam jong ka sports department na liang jongi project engineer ki lai kalau ngwa feasibility kin sadon lang ka second inspection bat begini atau takadan ru ka cultural center community hall kadan community hall tang badi dikin na du porandai ila put lajon te ka turungin propose no banwara ka major scheme te kita hi ke bengia jurep mentakasi ban ngai scam ka ba kipat ba jong konsensi jong kin appreciate kin support ya kana ka jingwan ka jonga bat kin kit kam jong ka dorbar song apo jalam jo ba syaifar walang ba mo haba kine sa them kila abyang lut babun ilap duna UAR hang nang tai begini pendam dari maximum kiru kinai ka support ka ba ngin concentrate ba kino national scheme nag state scheme ki local area developmental scheme bangi yo either from the central government or state government ngin kam concentrate namar bangalawan hitla di benta teng haba don ki bayap brio ki bangawan ban solem ngi mentakasi yang layo pet idal di berkachlong bat ki team jong ini ki various department ngai isnai sisa ka ba lada mangi ki biang kini borok kia biang ka di kakali karung hayeng te kiru ki dibenyo ate nginang wat kalat kelenti mentang ka bangini trade tom ba kilong atpar ba 90% borok ya biang lut tang ini 10% di berang sa ingin concentrate mentaban penbit biang ini kijin kam cuki
Hadian bana kaliang ke sarkar lengba ka tanat ka bakmi ka puli rangli ha ka jela kam yo i ka jing jong ki samla puli ki ba ha ki babun kiliang daki samla ki haban wan shakmat ban kedau yi ke jingduna jong ka wei ke jaka puli ka badan hari lom jaintia haka khanri Tarik menta ubnai jemang arhajar apulai ginong ilam jong ka seng ke samla puli ke bahapo kalama jo ka kyang nang ba government college students union juwai kilawan ki sakani nong ba selong bat lek IT da ke jing tho sya ka sarkar ban kedau halor ki babun ki jingduna ha kyang nang ba government college juwai ya kani ki jing tho kini ki dukhat jong ni ka seng kila lek IT ha chief secretary ke jela uba Donald P Walang bat hadin kata kile kendu ru ya ki nong pathai kubor ban penpau perthai halor ki jing ha ka jinglong jingman ka college ka baki puli ka bai ni ki jing ka baki ni ki samla ki la penpau ka dei halor ka jing khap nya jo ka college namar kat nang mi kisnem ki samla puli ki la nang bun ki beladon palat ia kalah hejar ngut kat baki kam rapat ki sa kumju ha ka ba bun ki samla ki la hab ban syong kelas dak ba shuyang ru bat kum ba kalong menta ladon kam ban penhe ya kani ke jaka puli ka belong ka we ni kimat ka ba khamat na ki we pat kimat ki ba kani ke seng kala dawana ka sarkar sakawai pat kamat jing dawa kalong halor ka jingdon kam ban wanra saya ki additional honor papers ha kani ka college ha ka subject commerce kum ka marketing banking and insurance bat ka management namar kum ba kalong menta dang don tang ka accounting and finance kawai pat ka jing dawa na ka sarkar kalong ru halor ka jingdon kam ya ka jaka puli hari lom jaintia ye ki samla ki bakwa ban beteng ye ki jing puli haki master degree course bat halor kan ye la de pharu da jing tho saka school ba ni hu ya ka ba kam sim la yo e ka jing menjur ki we di jing dawa ki ba kham kong san ban penbet penbiang ha kyang nang ba government college ka de halor ka jing don kam ka laboratory bat ka classroom na ka benta ki samla ki ba puli ha ka subject physics bat zoology department bat ki we ki jing dawa
for more than 3,000 students how can the college can accommodate with such a small lab, with such a small computer laboratory and the library. So the third one is we also have discussed with the Chief Secretary is about the extension of the existing building. We would like to mention here that it is very painful for us, the students leader, to see that the students, we the students, for almost every day, for almost in all the period, in the whole day, so many students they have to just stand or they have to just sit along the corridor because of the congestion of the classroom, and the students they cannot even stand inside the classroom because the whole classroom was packed by the large number of the students. So it is a very big problem of the college, and we also have urge or we have requested the Chief Secretary to take this matter as his top priority. And the second one that we have discussed with him is about the immediate requirement of the laboratories and classroom for physics and zoology department. For so many years, even the deputy librarian also, the only government college in Jayantia Hills, even the deputy librarian also, the college doesn't have. So how can the 3,000 plus students can use the library? How can the college can run smoothly, can function smoothly without the deputy librarian? And in the department of the zoology, we have the college used to have 6 lecturers, but due to the retirement and due to the promotion of one teacher, now they are left with only 3 of them. And in the department of botany, one post is left vacancy due to the promotion of Madam E. M. Bala, the principal now. And in the department of the Kasi department also, they used to have 5 lecturers, but due to the retirement of the 2 lecturers, now they are left with only 3 lecturers. And the big problem now, especially due to the election, this particular semesters, we are not getting to finish the course with 6 months. We are getting to finish the courses with only 3 months because the government were using the college building for duty election. And now it's a very big challenge for the students as well for the assistant, as well for the lecturers because of this vacancy.
Menteri Sarkar Barim jongka jela uba Hamlet son doling hakala singi ublei jongka tayo ula play ya artli ki kamera school ki belatei thmai jongka RC Lower Primary School Hamli Mauba. Hakani ki jing play kini ki kamera school lai dan lang u Father Sylvanus Nongkenri ubade u Assistant Parish Priest jongka St. Paul's Parish Upper Shalong kinong hikai bagi kena school. Yakini ki kamera school la yo bantai hakapor ba uba Hamlet son doling ulalong MLA jong Kamelium constituency hakaba ulamang kumbasan lak tengka naka SRWP arajar apuar apulai hadian ke jing ut jing nam jong kibor penia school bakim simla yo ya kanudu jing eram naki MLA ki belalek watla kani school kala ajing sakri ki patba la palat nyo posnem u Father Sylvanus Nongkenri ula yero yu MLA Barim ba simla ay tang ke jing kular Henry ula penis dan nakakam, bat ula ong ba udan uwe MLA ubala ay ya ka work order, Henry habala let sa ka office jong ka block, ka work order kabala yo ka de ka bamtre kam satya. Uba Hamlet son ubalong unang aibut jong menteri rang ba ka jala, ula ong ba watla simla poy sa kathong ha ka jinge ko ni ka election, Henry song clifty. Bat yay tray ya ki kam ki ba kentir ya kathan meliam bat kham tam hakaliang kapuli puthi
habaga poi ban pet ni ka school ngalajan keladan tang kawai ka kamera kelas nado kelas hadu kelas 4 kia shamla pumno kini kai ki school te kelas 1 2 3 4 hangjo kamera kelas ki sham ngalasos te habaga pet ni ka school kasus ni mga pet ya kinang hikay ng kinikay kumno. Kat ningot kitman siyempre. Hang tuwa ka singong nganerap bantachano artlik kamera kelas natag da school ka jongpi. Ti kila shilpet nga ginong tip kadene kamdene yo stok mo. Henry Maria kular kumta la perkre kot isa ba khoi. Bat manta ka di school kulong kumni bakla manta. Ti nga school banai kapek pangipi. Kalong ka jeng suk namta kira ka school barkalong ro ka jeng suk namta chopi ki kana class South Lake School ngaira panay klop mga kanang long secondary school kanang pure secondary school Kamawan LPP school bat Magarbar LPP school kinong kay kira school ha ki school kumno kini kay kira school boro jisi kinon South Lake School ka pensil klop nga ya kinong kay ya kira school kata kita siam kita baca kiri nam tak kira school nampak jarang ditip nampak jarang yang start jadi kuat dijami
Namar bala shu isra la bon post nam ya kamadan kendong kabadan hamar khap bat ka Government Boys Higher Secondary School Shillong hakasita dian juga tayo ki dukhat jong ka JJM Nichols Roy Celebration Committee Kilalit jurip ia kani ngamadan da kejing temu ban yo senapan bahano eka.
KJJM Nichols Roy Memorial Committee hapa kejing lamu chairman ubak ransom sutenga kilalit jurip ia kamadan kendong. Da kejing temu ban penan kambing ia kani ngamadan kebelah syui mentala bun-bun senam bat bantai no da sports complex ban yo penlong ya kejing ila akai boper-boper. Ubak ransom sutenga ulong bagani ngamadan kladan naduk kesenam syajar kendai sepaan rup kendai hendrai la syui syara apat ya ka dagi popo senam. Bat kani kala penduk nong omtang ya ke komiti dari kam tam e kinong ilakai kibelakai kijing ilakai boper ke komiti ke penpau kijing sungu ya menteri rangba ke jelau Konrad Kongkal Sangmau belamang 10 lak tengka lengba ke Chief Minister's Special Development Fund ban penbahai kini kempadan ilakai ke belau syui bat chen ken sedang no ekakam ban shna penbahai kini kempadan ke beran sanfuar hajar square feet kam tam haba ke komiti ke layoru ke pisasan lak tengka hakawat ke benengkong na ke sarkar.
Tena kaliang jongi kaneka komiti hadirin balak simti thamai ngisem bakane kamadan mo kalong balak sui kumtu klem da pendon kam te hadirin bangila simti ngi sngo ba ngi don kam bat ben phai kane kamadan namar kane kamadan ladang ipe mo la sui katus nam bat ngisem bakane kamadan ladang pen pha kan long ro kajing mentoi nak benta ki babun ki balang kham tam nak mata ki khna samla ki bala banilai kai mo na ki school baper na ki college baper te nakaliang jongi ngila simti ya kene kakam bat adin bang la simti ya kene kakam ro ngi sngo komen namar nakaliang jong chief minister mo ula ai ya kene ka fund ship holak naka chief minister special development fund bangin penbha ya kene ka madan bangin leveling bangin penbha ya ke ikbadon kam kirki nak mata kene ka madan kadang ba kini ki banwan ban penengkam ya kene madan mo kila ban penengkam kono ko por anda ka bias lok lang bat ngi te nakaliang jongi ro ngi don hi ka jing thmu ka bangila pen kre ya kene ka detail project report hakini ki banai ki bladem lengba ki expert ki jongi technical expert ki jongi te ya kane ro ngin saya keren lengba o chief minister don boram jongi bangin yo ya ka scheme nomor hang ni ngitmu bandan kene ka sport complex mo ka ba ngitmu hang ni bat kum ju ro ban ben pha biang ya kene ka madan na ka manta ki jing lai kai ka per oh te hagane ka por na ka liang jonga sai sien na kermen skemi ban na ka liang jongi ki khot jong ka committee ka thamai ngin yo ban ya trei shitham bakan long ro mo ka jing sa jing ken mau na ka manta riu krau jongi i mo i reverend to JJM Nichols Roy.
Akaba melong mentan Chairman menengkong de Profesor Gigi Swell belong Deputy Speaker jongga Lok Sabha. Ni ba PR kendia belong ba Chairman but kini hi ke penpau ya kijing burom jong ka sarkar yang ni ru krau. Ubala ka riba kejat benriu kala penmi yu. But ban sa nam sa buromi u ke ai ya gni jaga nak benta ban lei ei nang ba ka nam jong u kan nom ja hoi ngila tiu bi u kumuk pa jong ka district council ka 6 schedule tin ta ka daw ngi kum committee thamai kum long chairman ba ngi kum ki member menta ngila sim khiang la perkhat khia ba ngin develop ha ya gni jaga nang ba kan long gajing mentoi ya ki babun kiba penon kam ngene ke jaka nadu ki school nadu ki balang nadu ki shinong ki club ni ai yaki bakin pendon kam bat ni ai yaki nak banta ke jing bit ki jing biang jongki bakin pendon kam yakni jaka
da kejing sokia halor kejing wanrung kerthep jong ki barjala kam tam e ban sengkam sengjam ha uput usam jong kari boy district klem kejing yo ya ka trading license naka Khasi Hills Autonomous District Council hakala asu ublei jong kata yo ka HYC Riboy District kalalet ban ujor hau CM joka ki HEDC bandawa ban tuklar mardor ya kani kejing yo khayi latlan jong ki barjala
da kejing sokhya ka bajor halor kejing nang kharoi jing ki brio ki banabar ke jela lani ki brio ki bamdei ki trai muluk ke jela ki belas sedang ban kendrai ban wan seng ya ki kam baper ha ke district Riboy ki bamla ban pentikna lagi dan em ki kot kisla ki babiang ban khayi ha ke district Nagaliang HYC Riboy kelalit banbo ya kejung ujor halor kena kebenta Syau Chief Executive Member ke KHADC bandawa untuk lar mardor halor kena kejung nangkiau jong kini ki brio ki bamdai ki trai jela ke Meghalaya ki bawan kayi ha kena ke district. Nagaliang ke HYC Riboy hapok kejung ngelam Hercules Suteng Presiden lembat kiwe kiwe gidkhot haka khatsan trek ujemang arajar arpulai kilalit bani kendo yu batitas Starwell Khan banbo ekador khas halor kani kebenta. Bat kilai thoru ba kejung bon jong ini brio ki bamdai ki trai jela kila bon ba hakathan bernihat nongpo sning bat kiwe kiwe ki jaka jong district. Bala Subaru begini kinong hayi kemdan ya ki trading license. Habai keren bagi nong pathai kubor ubah Hercules Suteng ulaong ba keladan kejeng sokia halor kane kebenta halor kejeng bon jeng ni brio ki bamdai ki khasi bat ki bana ki bagi jela ki balawan man khayi ha kane ke district bat ki balasuan ban kamai klem da yo obor nedon ki jeng yo jingbet ban wan khayi ha kane ke district ule thoru ba kaseng kadap da kejeng kemen ban saki ba ki ngisngi bagi bor ka KHADC kilalet tuklar bat ki lale ya ke badan kam ha ke bayadai bat ke jengkayi jengki beriau ki bamdai ki trai jela hasor celong bat komta ke seng kala kerpat juru iki bor ka KHADC ban pai kemat syaka district Riboy ula pentip bro bahalor kena kejeng kerpat jeng keseng HYC nakaliang Chief Executive Member ula ai kejeng kular bon shim kiano mardor bat ban betharu iki bor jeng enforcement ban penlong ya kejeng kenra ha kini ki sngi ki banwan
jeng kenrei jeng ki barjela ki ba kai pateng film da bot kendon ia ki kendon ki bala bo data isi konsil ki bala kai bi an hamle hapo temri bo jini nandu nanti napo kana para nanta ki nompo area nanta ki using area ba hau ki bubun benta hapo ki temri bo jini te kumbangi la sakhi nagalia ki kaseng hi ke jingken rei jom ini ki non tribal ki ban kai hapo temri bo jini kala jelai na nagiwe ki si shaki si Jadi hello mereka nuri mungi kum kasang ni sukya ilawan kendu ya CM jangka distribusi ban kerpat i ba indet syakite ki jaka ban in kenra ya ki trading lesson jang ki barcela ki bala syukai be an de nagaliam jang ni kum kasang ni kumbai la musngo na i CM ban dorong sini ba ilam paru sini kum kasang ba nalade sahyar ban kenra ha be de ba ki trading lesson jang ki barcela ko kadikatan kamre boy sini tinggi penpau kajing su buruk ya subsil ba kembali ini kisi beberapa ba kila kenrai terlisin hapo ki yau bihat teknik ini kam ba bau ko balale naka subsil tinggi scam ba kadika jing kenrai hapo ka temri boy sini ba kena kalian juga subsil kasa simpiana hi modal kumba ICM ila personal sini de bagi nak kalian juga sengero ibu pau kajing kerjaan hapo pura ya subsil dah kono benda dikap ba ikan rangi semua ini nak kalian itu di air kampung ketika tiang ban kita ilang berkat bagi di nak kalian itu seng ilah paru sya menpak piru ya kajing thok di bang ilah air tang sini sya iam jong trip penjuru sya is pretendent jong ka enforcement di tang
Namar ke jeng bampelat ki bor penyak district jong ke Riboy district ya ke pisah sekinong nyak kali hakapor ke jeng yakun ya ke kelam COVID-19 Hakasihat majai joko tayo kinong nya bat kitrai kali kamai hapo kalama joko Joint Action Committee jongko all Riboy passengers vehicle kila berngem ban aishu eke jingi trailang namar kinong nya kali bat kitrai kali kila mat eke jing kabakraw na ke jingbam yo ya kate pisah
Ka Joint Action Committee jongko all Riboy passengers vehicle kabadi ka kenhun sederap belang jeng try kali bekinong nya kali kamai adu ki sumo ki taksi ki pick up ki bus haka kat ndre tere ku jemang arajar pulai kila berengem banam asyuk ke jeng trelang buat ke office deputy commissioner ada emplat mardor ke pisah ki try bekinong nya kali ke belas abad duty nado ke jengen shop ke kelam COVID-19 bat jong ke election MLA Ya kini lepen pau do ginong elam jong kani ke Joint Action Committee hadian ke jinglet bani kenduk markmat bu Deputy Commissioner ke Distrik Riboy u Arpit Upadhyay na ke benta bani keren helor kani kemat namar ke jing mat jing ek jing try bagi ginong nya kali namar ke jing bam pelat ya ke pisah ke bagi dehok banyo Haba keren cikinong tok kubor hadian ke jing kenduk ya u Deputy Commissioner u ba Binas Makri u Chairman badu ba Vincent Sokwai u General Secretary kani ke Joint Action Committee kila ong bakum ke kenhuan jong ki try bagi ginong nya kali kamai jong ke Distrik Riboy Kim ban sia syu ban chim ngi senja man I kendo ba pandawa yala ka hok na deputy commissioner. Kila ong ba mentari gi snem ki try beginong nya akali kamai ki belahap ban pendep lagi kamram ha kabawan len shop ke kelam COVID-19 bat ha kapor balong ki election MLA. Kila pendep lagi kamram ndrei Kim Shimlayo ka hok haduk mentaru. Hagawai pat kaliang kum ka kenhuan kadap da kejing kemen bat ka kermen scam bakat kum ka kular bala ai du deputy commissioner ba unchim khia ban platno en ka pisa jong kini kamram ki ba kila pendap bat kila ong baki khmit lenti ba deputy commissioner un penstat ban platno yang ka pisa
ngi kum ki try kali ki driver ngi kendu kalong halor ka jing bom penlaj pisa ka sarkar ha ka duty ki ba mangi ki driver ngi la le te kabil ke bedangsa kalong nadu kabil jongu COVID-19 katar ngin patyo hadin kata ki duty ki bangilej kapor Independence Day Republic Day katar ngin patyo te hadin kata kabil ka ba late duty haunu election MLA badang sudapsian kataru ngin patyo haswa ba nakaliang ka district administration kan bat I kali jongi ngilawan bani kendu bani keren alor kajing suki bansiu ya kapisa tingila don ka jingi keren bat nakaliang district administration kila ong yingi ba ya kaneka bill jong ka election duty kin om penslam ban penlai henrei ka ba pensa lengo ane pensa yingi ka umdum wat hadu mentaru ngimpat yo ya kata ka bill ka bangi dei hok ban yo dei halor kata ka nongrim ilayawan ban kendu ya UDC te hakane ka jingi kendu jingi UDC kalong ka eke ka basngu tenan ban nakaliang ka jongu ula kular hakmat jungi mentaga sengi baya ka bill jong ka election duty lakumno umno hapok ine khatsan lane arpo sengi unsa penlai no kata gadai ka jingkular na kaliang ka jongu tengi penpau ka jingsungu yo DC jungi halor kane ka jing simkia ka jongu bat na kaliang ka jongu ula ongru baya kane ka bill COVID-19 bat kiwei ki bill ki bangi dangsa unsa simkia bat umsale kat bala na kaliang ka jongu ban penlai no kamploi nakaliang ka jungi ngisno bon pau tanggatai
hangsi pele juga tayo ka dorbar kurs im nong sai pelun kala persyak jur ya ka jingweng jubor jong ka Khasi Hills Autonomous District Council kata ka KHADC ya usirdar jong ka nong po ilaka sirdarship uba wan prang im nong sai bat thongpat da uba pilar stone im nong sai kum u acting sirdar
ka dorbar kurs im nong syai pelun hakakat pratrik ujemang arajar arpulai kalapen pau ya kejing sungolengok ke bakrau bat ke bamlak ban pediang ru ya ke hukum jong ke district council ke belaweng bat betat jubor ya kejing long sirdar uba wan prang siem nong syai na ka nong po ilaka sidarship ha ke district ribhoi la ban kedau badang shen hi ke district council ke labetha ginong ketkam ka nong po ilaka sidarship banweng shipor uba wan prang siem nong syai kum usirdar bat bantung pat da uba pilar stone siem nang syai kum u acting serdar hadin balami ki kendrum kendram bat gajing bam snutho jingmut tat hado baladon ru gibu ujor syak district council halor kani gajing syak weng jubor jong uba wan prang siem nang syai kum serdar nakaliang ke dorbar kurs siem nang syai lengba uba prel siem nang syai ucaman jong ka kurs siem nang syai pelun haga jing dan lang ki kini rang ba ki bagentup yo ba spinroy siem nong syai uba medras siem nong syai uba webstar siem nong syai kilepen pau ki jing lengo alor ke jing weng shipor yo ba wan prang na kakam usirdar haga ba kilepen pau ru bakum kakur kim shem layo ke jing pensyai bat hadu mentahi gidang ibet bet yo ba wan prang ban bat ke kakam kum usirdar kilepen pau ru batang mari yo jing tip alor ke jing syak pen serdar yo ba wan prang na kaliang ka dorbar kur kalum kerki ke jingelang ka belalong dangshan bat hagani ke jingelang kila ai ya karai ban pen scam ya uba wan prang ban chim tihi ya ka kam usirdar haga bala benrap ru bakani ke jingsha pen serdar ka dai tang ka daw bobishni hapreng ka wei pat ka kenhuan ka balakam bagi don ki kinyirang ba ndrei na pedeng ka kur nang syai kidang shania bat scam ke jingmut ban IT bet ya ka kam serdar ya uba wan prang Hakaba Shen kin select ke district council banekran halor ka hok jong ba wan prang siem nong syai.
Kongri para yang beri tab yang beri lum narang arpomer bet berni kentup yang tak kurpulun. Rei ke jingle jungki pat kilong betan kine arpo bi. Kadi kata. Bat ngi kwa hi ban pen scam pat
kum ubriu bala trej briu bala champang na do ki por ki ba manusia one wan pran ka kuri kadang sene thli ye namar ba hakajing sengsara po ka hima po ka it apo ka ilaka hakajing pet jungi ki kur mut ulong briu bobit bobian hakajing sengsara ka khadar bat ki briu ro jong ka hima ki dang sene aye hakajing ya lenti ke jong tingi kum ka kur pulun hi bro ka we indang sene tli bat ni karsan tli ada kalong haga naga banta bangi debatnya haga kalenti naga banta patpun wan biang sachisin pat yeu haga tak kerdan ke bawah bat mencuah
haswa bangi peteng susu iki kubor ki jangi ngine penken mau biang ye kimat bakong san menta kata yo rai ke sarkar bantung ye ke komiti halor ke roster bat on pensang ye swai ke jungtung kam penbenau ba adan ban sak ngan klembu por na du ka apply tru jemang Pau ke sarkar ke state policy on construction and demolition. Yaranti kinong nyak taksi bendawakem ye ki besok yo para dekot jengki. Sakem u DTO ke East Garuhil segi pulit Assam halor ki jeng keno snakot kali tok. Let jurep usembut Menteri Rangba ye ke Shillong District Jail suaban penken riak no sya NST. Bat ke kenuan ki samla ba Syampang halaki jengki kam kijam. Kajayau Presbyterian Higher Secondary School. Hakasihat majai jokta yau kala pli perdai ke jing rakhi ke jing dap sis pa snem jong kani ke school kabala ai jing sakri ki pat ba ha ka ban yo ye ke jing nang jing start.
Ya gani ke jing rakhi ban pli perdai ke jing dap sis pa snem jong Kajayau Presbyterian Higher Secondary School. Lawan ban pli du menteri rangba ke jelau Konrad Kongkal Sangma rengkat ke jing dan lang moderator ke KJP Synod Setni Reverend WP Marbanyang Chairman ke Meghalaya State Planning Board Uba Ahmed Balengdo Ubulong Ru Ukena School Berem Kidkot ke Managing Committee Kinong Hikai Kikena School Bat Kibai Hakini ke jengrakhe Konrad Kongkal Sangma ulapan mena ban ai ke grant ke ba arpo lak tengka na ke Chief Minister's Special Development Fund na ke benta ban shna ya ke yeng school Habakran kum kongsan Menteri Rangba ulayero ke school Kidkot jangka Managing Committee Kinong Hikai keladon ke benta ke kraw Agaban betul lenti kini ke jaga pulih. Naduk ke por ke badang sedang kini ke skol. Kabalan nak senyang agaban kentiu ya ke pulih putih jongki kena kamtam gitu ki bawan nak kilong yang ki baduk. Ulang bakani ke dikesngi ke bekerpang ban kenmau ya barok ke jingjob jong ke skol haki senam ki balalait. Ban ke bentar ke bahar kemiat jong barok. Ke skol ke di bandon ke plan bat banyak cekmat bat bandon ke thong bat ke jing ang nuot kabalak banwan ra ke jing kelak wabha ke pulih putih jongki kena skol. Bat ban kenjo yaki mau mer ke bakam sejrong hagis nem ke bandangwan. Ukonrat Kongkal Sangma uli thu baham Meghalaya kidan lajan kumbakat 1,000 teliti skul bat palat 1,000 mut kidong hikai. Kebalong kebala bon bah habayunu jor bat giwai pat gejela ki baret akatan dalam ini. Bat gejela ke penlod ar spa klor tengka man le kesnem hagaban ai ki gran baper syeki skul. Bawa ada pedang gejing bah tengka ke bajur bah bat bag sarkar ke pai kemat bahas ke pulih putih neri kejela kenang don kam ban presitom manuan sekmat akaliang ka pulih putih hakari.
How can I say thanks for all the things you have done for me? Things so undeserved, yet you gave to prove your love for me. The voices of a million angels could not express my gratitude. All that I am and everything I hope to be, I owe it all to thee.
kisi ki ba kinong song juga jela hamtam ki samla ki kileng apisa hapdeng ke jinge kun kumno ban yo kam yo jam hanrei kat nang ya kisi ba ki por kam long su ko basuk ban yo kam lemda ki samla hi kim phai khmat no shaki we pat ki kam klemda ap khmi len ti shu tang ki kam sarkar habang ya shani satai omla ru ban len ba ki babun kilanang ya sakmat ban persang yeng hala ki jong ki kijat ban sedang ru ialah ki jongki kam ki jam kat bakila la kabor kani ke khubor mentaka singi kadai sapang ka kenhun jongki katu ka ningut ki samla ki bla persang ban yeng hala ki jongki ki jan da ka baya senrop lang ha ka wei ka kenhun ban ya sam ye ke jing nang jing tip bat ka jing sampang ka jongki ban thau ki lat yo kam kubor ni la poi jaga bakut jaga thup kubor jangi mita ka jan mit yin sai sham pat ba phi le sham te yo ha ga ju si ga ju ko por sai shi sin pat le shi de